It's very important to meet the right person. As they say, when you're looking for your husband or your spouse, you need to keep your eyes wide open.
Wide open.
Right? But when you're married, you need to keep the other eye closed. Right?
So today I'm going to talk about marriage, and I'm here with a couple. So let's see how it goes. Welcome today. What's your name, please?
My name is Mel.
Okay. And what's your name, please?
Leia.
Leia. Where are you from?
We're from Philippines.
From the Philippines. So how long have you been married?
We've been married for 18 years now.
For 18 years. That's great. So what have kept you for 18 years? I want you to be a first. What have kept you for 18 years with
Honestly, what happened is that I read something in a talk like that, and what helped me would be to see the relationship as not a give and take, but more of a giving relationship. Sometimes people would think that in a relationship, you have to be 50-50. But honestly, you should think of it as like a 60-50 or like a 80-20. You don't think of something that you could get from the relationship, but what you could give to the relationship.
Thank you. What you could give, not what you can take.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you very much. What have kept you for 18 years?
Well, I think it's important that you have something in common. Something like, common interests.
Yeah.
And these are the ones that we love to do together. Like initially we didn't have a sports that we like to do together, and then through the years we grow together. We started playing tennis, and now we are playing with pickleball. So we have something that we like to do it together, have fun together. And I think another thing also to keep in mind is that keep the courtship going, and you give the same treatment that you were giving to your wife when you were courting your wife. Keep that through the marriage, so you still bring your wife to dates, from time to time, just to keep the emotion, the fire burning.
But to be honest, I think it's very important that you really need to spend time together. Sometimes they say it's so busy with the kids, with your work, with everything that's been happening, but we make it really a point to spend time together. That's why, for example, he was talking about when we got married, we don't really had anything in common that much.
Okay.
So we were like opposites. Like he likes to read, I didn't like to read. I wanted to watch TV. He falls asleep when you watch TV.
Okay.
So or movies like that. So before that, like how can we, mesh up? How could we keep this thing going? But so I had to adjust. Like for example, and he also had to adjust.
Yeah.
So we were like, he was playing tennis most of the time.
Yeah.
So I wasn't spending time with him because he wanted to play tennis. So I had to learn tennis.
And now I'm enjoying it. And for him, like for example, he didn't like to watch movies before, but now he tried himself to watch movies and he liked it. So it's also an adjustment. It's not something that this is what I like, this is what I should get. It's not an I, but now a we. So
it's growing together.
Yes.
It's growing together as a couple.
Okay.
It might not be perfect, but it could be messy, and I think that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying that what has kept you together is you do a lot of things together, and you also try to be together most of the time.
Yes.
That's what has kept you together. In today's society, people have seen marriage to be. People have bastardized marriages, and people have tried to, because of the sad experiences in the world, people have tried to, some young minds have made up their minds they're not getting married anymore. What do you have to say about that?
Well, yeah, marriage is growing together, and when you are in that process, it might not be easy. It would not be without pain. But once you are able to find that connection, you're able to adjust to each other, and you're able to find out what the other person likes. You are able to grow together. It's a beautiful experience. That's what really help you to grow. And I think there's a lot of things that I might not be able to do if I was not married.
Yeah.
You were able to discover more of yourself when you get married, And the other thing that also I like being in a marriage relationship is that you have the support system.
Support system,
You
okay.
have the support system.
That's great.
Like life is difficult.
Difficult,
right?
yeah.
When you come from work, you have a lot of challenges at work, a lot of headache probably at work. But at least when you come home,
Okay.
there's someone that could support you, could edify you, strengthen you, give you some words of encouragement, so that it could lighten your load. So I think that's one thing that I would tell to the youth is marriage is a beautiful thing, right? I mean, it's not gonna be easy, but you will grow more. You grow a lot when you are in a relationship.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you.
I know marriage is really hard. Like,
Okay.
even when our generation, everybody, when I got married really young, they say, why are you getting married? Like, you had all the world
Yeah.
for yourself. Like, you could do your career, you could, you have a promising career, you could study, all of those things, and then you could enjoy life first. Why get married
Get
right
married.
away? So, when I got married, I realized it wasn't easy. It was difficult, especially when you have
Okay.
kids, and then you have to think about where to live, housing,
live, yeah.
money, financial, emotional, all of those things. But at the end of the day, you still need to get married. As Mel said, it's more of companionship, and at the same
Yeah.
time, you learn a lot from being married. You develop skills and even personalities
Yeah.
that you need in
Sure,
life
in life,
to
yeah.
survive, right? And why do you need to get married? Because when you're like in your 30s, you don't feel it, right? But when
Yeah.
you're 40s and you're 50s,
Yeah.
and you feel like all alone, everybody has someone,
I have someone.
where are you left, right? You would have that, I wish I got married before and had kids, right? It's
Yeah.
not, usually for women, it's not easy to get pregnant,
Yeah.
have kids, right? So you want to get married
Yeah.
in an age that you would be able to have a family, right? So-
And
Thank you.
Yeah, and another
Okay.
thing also with marriage is when you're single,
Single.
you have so many options.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
if you have so many options, really, it's difficult to go which direction you really want to go.
To focus.
The focus. You don't have that focus. But when you are married, your options actually is narrowing. Yeah, because now you have to consider about your family, about your kids.
Your
So
kids.
you're more focused when you are married. So that's why you would become more successful if you are married, just because of having that focus.
Yes.
Thank you so very much. So very much. So you can become successful when you are married together. So at what age do you think can be the right age to get married?
I think it would depend on each person.
Okay.
Right. First thing is you need to find the right person.
Okay.
Right. If you find that right person, plus also your whatever is that circumstances. So I think it would vary for each person. But if you already found the right person,
That person.
it might not be the right. It's not going to be the perfect time.
Okay.
But if you could already make it work, then the earlier that you can get into marriage, then it would be better, because then you would be able to grow together, and when you're still young, it's easy for you to adjust
Yes.
one with another. But if you're already in older ones, you have your habits, you have your personality, and it might be more difficult to adjust.
Thank
But
you.
it's never always too late
Yes.
to go into marriage.
I think you should always have that goal to get married.
Okay.
It's not when you're like 30, I want to get married. No, when you're at that age, for example, 20s, you always have a goal to get married.
To get married.
When you have that goal, you focus your energy, or you focus all of the things that you're doing to get married.
get married.
So you have to look for the right person. It's not like, okay, I want to get married, and the next day I meet the right person. It takes time.
Takes time.
It's very important to meet the right person. As they say, when you're looking for your husband or your spouse, you need to keep your eyes wide open.
Wide open.
Right? But when
Okay.
you're married,
Okay.
you need to keep the other eye closed.
Okay.
Right? So
Okay.
it's
Okay.
a make or break when you find the right person.
Yeah,
If you
okay.
don't find the right person, that's the heartache.
The hardest thing.
Yeah, and it's not that easy. So for me, I really made a goal that I really want a family. I really wanted to get married. So
Yeah.
what my goal was, like, what I want to, for example, I want this kind of person. So I tried to be that kind of
That
person
kind of
also.
person.
Right? Why are you looking for someone who is, you're not,
Yeah.
you don't have that kind of personality, all those things. So
Okay.
you make it a goal for that one. And you have that goal, it would be easier to know when you are getting married. You know, sometimes, yes, it's not perfect, but when you have the right person,
The right
you can
person.
make it work, right? The right time, it would be the right time,
time.
the right moment, the right place, the right
Person.
There's no such thing as that, I found the right person,
person.
but the right time is not here. No, when you really found the right person
Right
that you want to
person.
get married,
Get it done.
yeah,
Get it
everything would be right. So yeah.
Okay, that's great. So there's one person out there, somebody, a male, a woman, or a man who, because of one-side experiences or one-side divorce somewhere, whatever, might have decided not to get into marriage. What one advice do you have for such person?
Well, yeah, I think it's okay to be single, but keep your options open, right? If later on in your life you find the right person that you want to be with, then be open to that possibility that you still can get into marriage. Yeah, maybe marriage is not for everyone, but it's a beautiful thing if you find it with the right person.
Right person.
Yes, keep your options open, but of course, don't just focus on that one. Enjoy life.
Okay.
You know, if you're single and you had a bad relationship in the past, divorce, or someone hurt you so much, I think the most important thing is to forgive that person and at the same time forgive yourself. Once all those negative emotions is out, I think that's the time you could also give love.
Thank you very much. So the key thing is to forgive one another and move on and keep your options open. So you made mention that if you are single, you have to keep your all eyes open, but when you are married, keep one side closed. Thank you very much for being in this interview today. So you say your name is Mel?
Mel.
Your name is
Leah.
Leah. Thank you very much. We are very grateful to have you today in our program. I hope that you enjoyed the program. If you enjoyed the program and you are still watching up to this moment, click on the like button and hit the subscribe button so that you can see next video like this. And thank you for watching, and bye for now.